Sorry, hang on. Okay.
Rose.
Hey, okay.
Rose. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dan,
And I'm Austin.
and we are here to play games.
Badly.
That's right. Welcome back to The Legend of Dragoon, Severed Chains. We're gonna go ahead and jump right back in here. We are in the snowfield, and the blizzard has kind of cleared at this point. We ended the last episode talking to Lloyd about some stuff. I have not gotten any grinding in between the last episode, so we're still about where we have been, but we're making some good progress with everybody. And then there's Congal. And poor Miranda. But everybody else is doing pretty well here. And we are going to proceed. We're going to head through the snowfield, and we're going to go ahead and take care of an optional area in this episode.
Sweet. Let's go. Let's go.
Signpost.
Speaking of which, danger ahead. Snow slides.
Oh no.
Wee. Ow.
Fell all the way down.
They weren't kidding. Hey, it's your fault, Dart. You slipped and we all ended up in here. That's because you guys were in my pocket. Oh? These are the ancient characters of the Winglies. Let me read it. Winglies, ouch, moss. Oops, it's too hard to read. Can you do better than that? There are some human characters, too. Gigantos, too. I was bad at classics. Of course you were. Can you read some of them, Rose? Since you're, so old. The cursed land where the decline of the Winglies began. Nobody's allowed to touch the door. The Judge Nomos of the court of Zenibatos. Zenibatos? It was one of the most prosperous cities of the ancient Winglies. It's over there? No. If my memory is correct, over there should be Fort Magrad. But Vellweb is up there. Let's go back quickly. But I want to see Zenibatos. I mean, okay. The cursed land where the decline of the Winglies began. Nobody is allowed to touch the door. Judge Nomos of the court of Zenibatos. Huh.
Alright, so I think as we slid past a couple of items here, so let's see what we can pick up. We must fight! Ow. Oh, you have to go all the way to the top and then slide down. That's right.
Oh, gross. Ooh, boogie. So we'll
Oops. Whoopsie.
slide down the left side. Whoopsie.
That was weird looking.
It was a little bit, yeah. Ow. Good gracious.
Owie.
So it is hard to reconcile visually what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
because we just spent so much time with Sea of Stars.
Yep.
So my brain is having like some genuine cognitive dissonance watching you play this game right now.
Well, think about this. I'm having to do a completely different set of timings right now.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah, I don't think I can get up to those. I have to like walk back up here, but I can get a burning wave.
Yeah, and a gushing magma.
Gushing magma. So we're gonna want to grab both of the items that are on the way down. So we're gonna slide down a couple of times and grab those.
Yep. And we'll have to be Johnny on the spot with the button pushes. But we get some decent items for it, so can't complain about that.
Exactly. That one's so hard to get after that counter.
Yeah.
Ow.
X-Hammer!
X-Hammer!
Hey, Grandpappy, can I borrow a buck?
Miss.
Whoops.
Oh, I missed!
Whoopsie.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you haven't been grinding here, but we're pretty far along with their additions and stuff, so I think we're in good shape.
Yeah. Dart's working on Blazing Dynamo. Hex Hammer needs to be finished in order to unlock Omni Sweep. And Kongol's the only other one that really needs addition grinding. Meru doesn't at the moment until she gets to level 30. So I'm keeping her in the party just to get EXP.
Right. You know, I was looking at this editing one of our previous videos, and I don't think I realized that what is it? The moon. It's one of Dart's. It's not
Moonstrike.
Moonstrike, yeah. It only generates 20 SP.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
That is so abysmally low for how late in the game you get that.
It does have a pretty high damage modifier, but yeah, it is a pretty low amount of SP. Oops. Once you
Kongol, are these your cousins?
Once you even get Blazing Dynamo to like level 3, it completely outclasses Moonstrike, so.
Right. Well, and the payout's so much better too.
The what?
The payout, the SP payout.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I look forward to seeing her other additions. You've talked her up enough, I'm like excited to see what she can do.
Yeah. Once we get her Master Edition, you'll see what she can really do.
Yeah, I bet.
And a lot of, I mean, she does have a high damage multiplier, but her weapon strength isn't very high. What it is her high damage multiplier along with her speed. She is just insane as far as damage. Like DPS.
Right. DPR? Damage per round?
Sure, why not?
Well, because DPS is like damage per second, right? Which it's pretty universally applied to like this is your damage dealer's thing.
Right.
But that's where it stems from initially.
Right.
Which turn-based, not quite the same.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
but
rounds...
You know, definitely not the same as DDR, anyway.
True. Rounds are abstractions. Alright, I think we got abstractions of time that is happening.
Yep. So, first one, third one, and fourth one.
Yeah, I didn't get the first one.
It's okay. We wanted more levels, right?
Yep. This is going to be a second for me to get both of those.
It's all good. So yeah, left side, first, third, fourth.
Yeah, that one seems to be harder, so I'm gonna try to get that one first.
Yep, and then...
Oops.
Yeah, there's only 2 button pushes on the second one, so...
Right.
Bone throwing. Rude. Listen, just because their bones are wet doesn't mean to be all grumpy about it.
Grumpy, grumpy, grump.
They're like, haha, we want wet bones too. Hey, man. So, while we were recording our last video, my wife sent me like this little meme, and I think it's funny, so I'm going to share it with the rest of you, and you can just suffer with me.
Perfect.
But it was just a conversation between 2 people, and one of them says, "Hey, what do you call a werewolf YouTuber?"
Uh-huh.
And the answer is a like and subscriber.
Nice.
Or a like and subscribe, rather. So.
I like that one. And subscribe to it.
I like and subscribe to that one.
Oh dear.
Wordplay is fun.
Yup.
I'll get there.
Uh-huh. Me too.
I'm tired, okay?
Yeah.
But
I'm tired. We'll have a nap. Senpai's a miss us.
for anyone not familiar, which I'm not trying to make assumptions, but just in case, lycanthropy is usually the word ascribed to people who are not exclusively werewolves. It could be werebears or tigers or whatever, but exhibit a were something. Yes, wereshark. So I like and subscribe.
Yup.
Anyway, not to be pedantic or anything. I'll leave that to Dan.
I am good at it. Oh.
Dan is his middle name. His first name is and his last name is Ick.
But Dan. Yup. It's at least some.
Oh, I just.
Go
ahead.
Good.
No, I was just saying. I just remembered Dan from Xenogears.
Oh yeah. A little kid with the old man face. Like, what is happening?
Yes. Yeah, he. First, there you go.
Oh, come on. Come on.
So close.
Okay.
I blame playing the other game. Would spamming the button help or not?
No, it doesn't help.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to time it?
Yeah, you gotta time it right.
That sucks. Oh well.
Oh well.
Just at least there's just the one enemy here.
Yep.
Is there a type of like encounter none in Dragoon?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be, but I can't remember it. I could probably turn them off in the Severed Chains menu, actually. That might be good for this little area, although these battles are getting me some nice addition level up, so...
Yeah, like I'm not suggesting that we do it, but if we're like really struggling with a place and it's taking us extra long because enemies keep interrupting kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the better place for it to interrupt, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's... Because you don't have another square already coming in, it's much harder to time on that other one. If I'm going to get countered on that addition, I would rather have it be on that one.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah, because it's so close when it finally does that shield.
It interrupts the flow is what it does. Or Hashel's gonna need some...
I was just looking at that, yeah. Why does it, like, run around him like that?
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be portraying it as, like, it's spinning around him and making a cyclone or something.
Yeah, sprinting around really fast.
Yeah.
Instead, it looks just weird.
It sure does. It's my last healing potion.
Oh my goodness.
Have to buy some more of those.
I know. We're almost at the end of disc 3, so I guess it makes sense that it'd be about time for another 3 potions.
Yeah, indeed. Ooh. Miss. Miss.
Oh man. Hiya.
Hiya. Whoopsie.
Ow.
See if we can keep his health up a bit.
Yeah. Are they, I know you said this game isn't really about the grind, necessarily.
Right.
So is this area giving, like, adequate experience points?
It's okay, I guess.
Or is it because you've done all the extra stuff that it's not as good?
I mean, I am a little bit higher level, I think, because I don't know what level you would normally be at when you come here, actually. I'm not sure if I'm above the curve or not, but I suspect I am a little bit.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
All right.
First, third, fourth.
Okay.
Hey, we got it.
Okay.
It's a good item. Still worth doing.
Yep. All right.
You good?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Encounter rate. Hey, there we go.
Let's just turn this off for a second, and then I'll turn it back on as soon as I get this other item, just because area's starting to piss me off a little bit.
Fair enough. Okay, so I think we talked about this before, but what's the difference between retail and average when it comes to encounter rate?
Okay, so I think they describe it better than I can, so hang on. Okay, so help. Hold on. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, there it is. So, retail original, 75% fewer encounters than intended when walking in 2 out of the 4 directions.
Weird.
So, yeah, it was like, depending on which direction you walk in, you would get more encounters. Intended, lots of encounters. Average is same number of encounters as retail, but averaged in all directions. So basically, you fix the glitch, but leave the original encounter rate. If we switch it to intended, we'd be getting an insane amount of encounters.
Yeah, that would be aggravating.
Yeah. Okay, so now we need
second,
second
right.
and fourth.
Yep, right, second and fourth.
There we go.
Nice. Perfect.
Answers ring.
Yep.
All right, now we can turn encounters back on. It was just, yeah. It wasn't that bad, but it was just starting to get on my nerves.
What? You didn't want to see Dart fall on his butt 700 more times?
Yeah, seriously. All right, so we were doing average. We're going to stick with that.
Sounds good.
Hey. Yeah, see, look at that. Same damage as Moonstrike, but 100 more SP.
That's great.
Yeah, I think Blazing Dynamo ends with 150 SP and like a 500% damage multiplier.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so high.
Yeah, I mean, Demon's... Or maybe it's 450, actually. It might be 450, which is still really good. Demon's Dance is 500.
I mean, it makes sense. It's the Master Edition. They should be high. But like,
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I think we wanted to look at the Dancer's Ring. Yeah, it's more agility. You can get Meru's speed up to 110, which is just not necessary.
she's running so fast that she splats against the wall.
Yeah, just insane. What was the other thing we got? A speed up?
No, it
magic
was a
shield.
Magic Shield, which is a reusable item.
Yeah, we've got a few of those now. I haven't used a huge amount of them, but yeah, they are very handy. All right, and we're gonna save right here because we finally got all that done. All right.
To the fort!
Yeah, we're gonna head up to Fort Magrad here.
A couple of things to get here and a boss.
Yep. Boss is extremely worthwhile. I definitely recommend doing this.
Doesn't seem too terrible
Nope.
HP wise.
Yep, it's not too bad. Just want to share that I feel worlds better after getting those items.
There's that, I won't call it OCD. It's not what it is, but...
Compulsion. It's a compulsion.
Yeah, it is. That neurodivergency kicking in. That's what it is.
It is pretty typical for somebody who grew up playing this era of games. I'll just say that.
Well, that's true. In fact, to your point, I was actually... You came across a Control-Alt-Delete comic, which I hadn't seen their stuff in a long time. But it's this guy, I think it's like a dad and a son, and the dad is playing a video game.
Right.
And it shows, it's like Link adjacent. And it shows him starting off in an area. Jeez, Meru.
She's freaking face planted.
Yeah. But it shows him start off in this like starting area, and he like immediately rotates and runs the opposite direction, like left, in a clearly right facing like platform or whatever. And the kid's like, "Dad, why do you do that every time for every level?" And the dad responds, "Well, because one time a developer hid a secret back there, and so now I'm perpetually cursed to do this."
He did what exactly? He checked a corner or something?
Yeah, so he turned around, you know, because like there's only like a wall in the way or whatever. And he's like, well, one time a developer put a secret behind the wall over there, and so ever since then, I've been cursed to live this life, you know? Like,
Yep, indeed.
So, yoo-hoo, dart! I thought we have no business in here. But look at Meru. Let's give her a little break. She wants to have snowball fight.
Exactly.
See? Ow! Rose, not me. You said it's Fort Magrad. Is this one of the Wingley's ruins too? No, it belonged to the humans. It was the land where Diaz declared war against the Wingleys with tens of thousands of soldiers and 7 dragoons. Emperor Diaz?
Emperor Diaz.
He's really old too?
He's been around a long time.
I don't think I caught that before. No duh, Austin. Where have you been paying attention?
Yeah, Emperor Dole is the more contemporary emperor, or was.
Right, well, Diaz was mentioned a couple times.
Diaz is from, like, the era of the Dragon campaign.
Yeah, I guess I didn't connect that for some reason before now. So apologies, everyone who's been like, hey, you're stupid. Yeah, I kind of am. I heard about it.
Yeah, you heard about it.
Yep.
Huff, puff, huff, puff.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Let's go.
I want to see her fly like she's super depressed again. That was so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. All right.
Mr. Bone.
Mr. Bone.
Mr. Bone. Mr. Bone.
Smack.
I'm going to butcher this joke, but I'm going to share it anyway because it's silly. But there's this doctor in a town, small town.
Mm-hmm.
He's been attending to these various sick people, and one day as he's traveling like through the street or whatever, there's this well nearby that has become crumbled or whatever, starting to fall into disrepair. So he starts working on it and start building it up. And he does this for like weeks, right?
He does it for what? How long?
Like weeks.
Weeks.
You know.
Okay.
The time span's really kind of unimportant, but anyway, like he gets it all nice and working just the way you'd want a well to work, right? Everything looks built up to snuff. He's got the bucket, everything. But something like happens. He like the grouting between the stone didn't hold or something, and so he like falls into the well, and you know people are having a hard time getting him out. And one of the villagers speaks to the other, and it's just like, I don't know why he was even working on that. He should have left the well alone and stuck to the sick.
Ah. Nice.
Anyway. Rose?
Sorry, hang on. Okay.
Rose?
Rose. Hey. Okay.
Rose. Dragoons are descending here in this place again. Excuse me.
Flashback.
He like pokes her. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
What we desire is freedom, or give us death. God bless Diaz. God bless Gloriano. I am to bring light to the humans' future. I am to pass judgment on the past of the Winglies. I am Diaz. It was I, Diaz.
Yes.
God bless Diaz. God bless Gloriano. God bless Diaz. God bless Gloriano. Liberation Army of Humans. Or the Law.
The Law.
The Law.
Meow.
Rose, is anything wrong? No, nothing. Take a shot. Let's move on. We don't need to stay here any longer. Okay.
You're so mysterious.
Further into the fort we go.
Cannot
That's
carry
the opposite of what I just said.
any more items. All right. This frightens minor enemies. Let's see. Yeah, don't worry about that. Let's see. We do have quite a lot of magic items, so we should throw a few of these.
Yeah.
I'm gonna toss a burnout as well, because we're gonna need one more slot here in a sec. All right.
Stunning Hammer.
Stunning Hammer. Okay, yeah, it stuns minor enemies. We'll toss that one too, But first.
Unfortunately, it is not a weapon from Meru.
Nope.
Once again, we will want to equip a talisman on at least one person.
Yep. And we do have 2 of those available, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go pick up this item down here. Poison needle. Yeah, poisons minor enemies. Alright. Alright. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get equipped for this. Okay.
They'll probably be the one doing your most damage aside, or both of them will, but
Yeah,
they'll likely be the ones doing the final kills. So
probably.
it's a sword.
It is.
It's red. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Red from the blood of my enemies.
Ah.
You. I heard you're going to have a wedding after this battle. Not no mo.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee of coming back alive. Even if one of us dies, our bonds of affection are forever. Sieg. Your eyes are already looking at our future. Then I will realize the future for you. Sometimes, I don't know if you are really the Rose I know. What does that even mean? I am just me.
Ooh. Huh?
It's just that you have such a dark and mysterious past.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Dragoons made an appearance. It seems the souls of the soldiers who died in the Dragon campaign have awakened. Alright. The Polter Helm, armor, and sword.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, I think the Polter Helm has the least HP here.
It is. The sword is recommended to be taken care of first, just because it's the one that can do instant death
Yep.
on anything.
Yep. 3,500. So let's see what we can do to this one.
Just 35 more of those. It's fine.
It's fine.
Significantly less than 35 now.
Yep. Okay. And was Rose Storm recommended for this whole battle? I think I got some of the strategy, but not all.
Yeah, so this recommendation is to start off with Rose Storm as soon as possible.
No problem.
And then to speed up, power up your best attacker. Yeah, so the recommended order is sword, then armor, then helm.
Okay.
Because the armor is going to do a lot of damage. The sword is the one that like retaliates, which is why it's recommended to do that one first.
Right.
And then after that, it will be just the helm, and that will be significantly less annoying.
Fair enough.
But it does block abilities, so that's worth noting. Oh, right, this spell. I forgot about this one. Good grief, Albert.
Okay.
And that was with half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Power up.
Gross. Command blocking. That's unfortunate.
Annoying.
Can't use items.
Item command. Okay, that's fine.
You gotta use your glyph of might, Dan.
Yeah.
And your glyph of speed.
Speed up.
Quick, cast Quika.
Yep. Glyph of speed, glyph of might.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yeah, let's just Dragoon edition the sword. Not bad.
Not at all. Ow.
Oof.
Yeah. The sword attacks are fairly minimal. And to be clear for our viewers, the instant death strike from the sword is direct retaliation on whoever gets the killing blow on, say, the armor or the helm.
Right.
So, making sure that people who are equipped with talismans doing the final blow is important. What is this?
More.
I am death. Miss.
There goes the sword.
Yep. All right. So armor's next.
Okay. Anything else we want to do here? These are dark elemental.
Yeah. Do we have any light elemental that we can use on it?
Got a spectral flash and a translight.
Oh. Not a whole lot else, huh?
Doesn't look like it. Let's see. Dancing Ray.
There you go. Yep. We stated the sword has 35, the armor also has 3,500, and the helmet has 25.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was. That was good. Crunch him. Nice. Oh, yes.
Taking him apart. Let's
Chew him up.
Let's do another one of these, because we're overloading our inventory.
Yeah.
Okay. Armor next, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you kill the head before the armor, that's fine. That's just the recommendation, right? Nice. Because the armor does this. The skull in the armor likes to cast spells.
Ow.
That wasn't nearly as damaging as the last one he cast.
True.
We haven't seen the Jade Dragon yet.
I could throw it.
I mean, we could.
Let's do it.
I know we'll do a showcase at some point, so I'm not too worried about it.
Let's do the Jade Dragon.
Is it going to be fair brand?
It certainly should be.
Assuming that they're directly associated, but looks like that's not the case. What? I know a lot of these dragons are not very traditionally dragon-like.
Mm-hmm.
Which really kind of begs the question, what makes a dragon? But that's a separate conversation.
Aw.
Were you saying all because of what I said,
no,
or because of the failed? Okay.
Yes. Here we go.
But like that was the furthest thing from a dragon I could have imagined.
The furthest thing.
As far as like shape, right? Like I'm just talking about the general shape. Like there wasn't, and maybe I didn't get a good look at it, but it definitely didn't fall within the traditional realm of stuff that I would expect to see from a dragon.
Sure, fair enough.
Of course, neither did Fairbrand. So
Yeah,
Fairbrand looked like a giant praying mantis.
sure did.
Oh, he killed the helm. Nice.
Yep. Getting there.
Yeah, you're chewing through his health.
He does hit pretty hard, but we're wrecking him.
Sure are. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got him. Got-y.
Soul Eater and Smoke Ball. Soul Eater
Nice.
is the reason we came here. Good EXP there, too. Look at that.
Soul Eater, one of Dart's better weapons.
Oh, yeah. We will talk about that momentarily.
Is that Soul Eater?
Yeah, that's what I take it as, yes. Because you get it from killing the sword.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot explain that people bear grudges against me.
Cannot complain.
Cannot complain. I don't know. Don't mind me.
Alright. So, the Soul Eater. We're going to take a look at it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, the Soul Eater is Dart's best weapon. You can see here if we equip it and we take a look at the Mind Crush. Yeah, 34 up to 75.
That is significant.
Yeah. There's only one other weapon we can get for Dart, I believe, and it's the Claymore, which is a 40 attack power weapon. So, the Soul Eater is incredibly good, but it does decay HP for Dart every turn by 10%. You can offset that by guarding or by using a therapy ring, which is why I say we need to have one of Dart's slots dedicated. His accessory slot needs to be dedicated for the therapy ring, so he can use the Soul Eater, which is his ultimate weapon.
Right, because we talked about doing Ultimate War God on everybody. Just jokingly is what I had mentioned it, but...
Right. Yeah, and we're gonna bring Haschel back in, keep leveling him up. But yeah, so that's why, in my opinion, it's a very important thing to do to go get the other therapy ring, so you can put it on Dart and then still have one available for whoever you want to regenerate health. And this will basically, if he's got the therapy ring equipped and the Soul Eater, and if we can get him like an Armor of Legend, it almost isn't going to matter. I think there's a best in slot for shoes, but it almost doesn't matter what that is because he'll just be like unstoppable basically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that does mean it's not ideal to use an Ultimate War God on Dart.
Sure.
Armor of Yore, I think that's actually wearable armor. I think. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
Pretty solid armor. I don't think it's for everyone. Yeah. I think it's
Probably a heavy armor.
Yeah, it's a heavy armor. I don't assume Haschel can wear it. Nope. So we'll give that one to Dart for now.
That's good armor.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then this will be Panic Bell.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, confuses minor enemies. So yeah, even after using some items, we've still got a bunch. Like we're still overflowing in our inventory a little bit. So we can always raise that. I can't imagine
trying to do this. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to do this with 32.
With 32, yeah, exactly. It would just be nearly unmanageable. It's pretty crazy. You basically need to use a lot of magic items to manage it properly.
Or just start yeeting stuff out of there.
Yeah, or just sell things constantly. Like, 32 is too small of an inventory, in my opinion.
We just beat your boss. Can you leave us alone? I guess not.
Negative.
Next is the capital Vellweb.
Yep. Pretty strong. Dynamo. Like 800 damage without even using the power up on Dart, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it's not even a fully mastered edition either.
Exactly.
That's gonna be broken. Are we close to getting some of the best weapons for some of these other party members too?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where you get all of the ultimates. I do remember another one, and we're not close to that one. But there are several ultimate weapons we'll be getting before too long, if I remember right.
Okay. Are they all optional areas that you would end up having to go to intentionally to get it?
No. I'll say this. I think darts is probably the most special event one of the ultimate weapons. I think some of them you just buy.
So disappointing when that's the case.
Yeah. I do prefer if, like, even if it's like a found weapon and stuff for ultimate weapons, or you have to do something specific, you know. I do like that. It's a sense of achievement, but, you know.
Yeah.
I'm also not remembering where a lot of people's are, so I could be remembering incorrectly. But
sure.
I'm pretty sure some of them... I know there is one ultimate weapon that just is very underwhelming the way you get it.
Is it about as underwhelming as getting the gold Dragoon spirit?
Yes.
So I'm going to assume it's Kongol's weapon then. That's like that.
I wouldn't assume that.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, it might... Kongol's weapon might be underwhelming to get, but that's not the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I don't... Genuinely, I don't remember. I gotta look that up, actually.
Not to hate on Kongol at all. Conceptually, he's a very cool character, but
I like Kongol.
he's also relatively underwhelming.
He is. Sadly. Alright, we're getting there. Good.
When my biggest memory of Kongol is the fight you have with him with Lavitz.
Yeah.
And that's so far. I mean, other stuff can happen. I'm not saying that that's exclusionary or anything.
Yep.
Ooh, we'll get a Stardust in the next area, too.
We sure do. Haha. X-Hammer! Aw.
Let's see.
How close?
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
This area is going to be pretty short that we're heading to.
Yes, it is. Quite short.
Be spending more time on these slopes. Dart's really got to learn how to ski.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Dart.
I have mixed feelings about the way Sever Chains handles the disc changes.
Oh?
Yeah, like it's not a big deal. Like it's just a preference thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a part of me that misses the change disc screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
It makes sense that it doesn't exist in this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all meant to be seamless anyway. But I don't know, there's just something, it's probably the nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
But there's something fun about seeing that screen and being like, oh man, I'm on disc 2, or, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting that opening sequence, because it's almost like being at the end of like a really good series season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I miss it as well. I mean, I was playing the PS1 Final Fantasy games, you know? It's like, I'm on disc 3, disc 4, oh my god.
Right, and it's a good way to like indicate how far you are in the game too.
Mm-hmm. Ah!
Speaking of ultimate weapons, there are some games that don't do ultimate weapons that are turn-based like this, I think.
Oh?
I think. So...
You have an example?
Well, okay, yeah, I do, but it's modern.
Okay.
But I want to preface that with, rather than having a single ultimate weapon, they usually have like a variety of weapons that you can strengthen to be your strongest weapon.
Sure.
So like an example is Clair Obscura, right? 'Cause I've been playing through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great game. Narratively, it's phenomenal. I love the music, love the way they handle the rhetoric of the exploration of death and grieving and the hope that can still be found there. You know, like all of that.
Sure.
But you pick up it's not like looter shooter levels of like ton of equipment, but you pick up quite a few weapons for each of your party members. And you can level them up using specific materials.
Right.
So, as far as I am able to tell, there isn't a true, like, ultimate weapon for any one party member. Now, there are best builds that people have found that certain weapons are very cohesive with.
Kind of side grade?
Yeah, I suppose so. It's more about, like, how it works in tandem with their skills and with other party members, right?
I like that.
So, you know, conceivably, you could pick any weapon and max out its power,
right?
And it would be sufficient,
right?
But there are definitely some weapons that seem to synergize. That's the word I was looking for. Better synergize better with the build for what you're doing. But that's completely reliant upon like the type of skills you've got shoved into your characters, like pictos is what they're called. So you select which ones you want to focus on because they all cost a certain number of points. So, as an example, the one that you break the damage cap, that costs 5 points, essentially 5 AP points, LP points, whatever. So that's a cost I have to account for in my build for my characters because now they can all have it now that it's unlocked.
Yeah.
And so figuring out the build, what best pictos to use, and synergizing it with your skill selection because you have a skill tree, but you only can use 6 skills at once.
This sort of reminds me of the way weapons are handled in Final Fantasy 13 and 7 Remake. Bit of a side grade system where it depends on what you're doing. Do you want to be able to boost, like, I remember in 7 Remake, there's the Mithril Saber or whatever it is. It's really good for, like, magic.
Yeah, of course. They all have different, like, strengths to...
Keeps a weapon like the Buster Sword relevant as well.
Right, and also, at least in Rebirth, the way they handle it is that the weapon itself, like, all of Cloud's weapons fall under the weapon level. So, as you level up your skill, which is separate from your, like, character level, but your weapon level can increase. As it increases, it gets access to more, like, materia slots or certain skills or whatever beyond what each one, like, beyond each proficiency skill you can learn.
Right.
So, to your point. So, yeah, anyway. So, like, it's certainly a more modern thing, but, like, they don't seem to have, like, a true ultimate weapon.
Right.
And I guess my question is, what is your thoughts on that? Because I think there's something very fun about finding the legendary sword, you know, like...
I enjoy a good ultimate weapon where it's like a linear upgrade path, and I really do enjoy a side grade system as well, because it definitely allows you to tailor kind of your combat style. So, for example, in this game, if Dart had weapons that hit harder but were slower, and I mean, you'd have to rebalance the battle system, because as we've seen, Kongol is he struggles in this system because of his low speed.
Right.
But if there was one I could equip Dart with that would make him a magic specialist, as opposed to, say, the Soul Eater with its HP cost, you know, that might be cool to have. As an option. You know, if I wanted to, like, bring in heavy hitting, like, if I wanted to bring in Hashel, right, and then have, like, a support person, I could have Dart act as the mage. That's an interesting flexibility that I enjoy. But I've played a lot of games where it's just direct linear upgrades, and that is very satisfying too. So
yeah.
I don't know that I could say one is better than the other. It depends on what you want to achieve with your weapon system. If you want to just have a linear progression, your character is gaining power, there's something very satisfying about that.
Yeah, I agree. And there's various takes on that too, right? Like, so the sphere grid has a linear but also kind of partially adjacent system.
True.
Because of the way you can pick how to specialize in stats.
Very true.
Yeah, so there's some weird hybrids of that anyway. Moving on. Here we are at the capital city, Vellweb. The 7 Towers. Why is it always 7? Is Diaz waiting for us somewhere in there? Hardly. That is the Tower of the 7 Dragoons. The throne of the Holy Emperor is underneath there. We are standing at the legendary place where humans began their liberation. I wonder if it is an abominable place as well. You think too much. It's the same as Cadessa, isn't it? When you drag the past around, you cannot walk anywhere. It is true, Maru, the forbidden land that was the royal capital of the Winglies. And this Vellweb, it is a mere historic ruin. Yes, except for there's a person in there trying to be an emperor.
True.
We can do nothing but settle for the present. I hope they're nice gifts.
Ha 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 ha.
Sorry.
Get it, guys? I made a joke. Seriously, where's Shauna? All right, I'm bad at that.
Where's Shauna?
There you go.
You know, I kind of forgot that we were looking for that she got captured by Diaz. Not because it's not a prevalent point in the story, or that I would have not remembered by the time we got there, but just... I don't know, in my own little world, I guess.
She plays the role of damsel in distress.
She does, unfortunately. It would be cool to kind of see her come into her power a little bit more. The phrase damsel in distress, whenever I hear it, all I ever think about is the Disney Hercules movie, the animated one. Because Hercules and Phil are flying on Pegasus, heading to Thebes, and they hear Meg scream. Of course, they don't know it's Meg at the time.
Sure.
And Phil's like, huh, seems like a basic DID, damsel in distress.
There we go, 400 power, look at that.
Man. Almost a level 5.
Almost.
That happens so fast.
Yeah, we're getting there on Hexhammer as well. It'll be nice when we can get Omni Sweep unlocked. Alright.
That cannon-like structure looks crazy.
It sure does.
Grab a chest. Can't carry any more items.
God! Actually, there's a shop right next to this.
Yeah, there is. I recommend selling some stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna sell a few things.
We should grab some healing items too, since we're low.
Yep, I agree. Gonna rebalance this inventory. It's gotten a little out of control. Aw.
Everything's getting out of control. Those are some weird looking dudes.
Yes, they are.
Terminator.
Come with me if you want to live.
Are these the failed projects that went a little too far into the past?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
Ow. Hit me with your orb. Oh.
They just want you to ponder it.
Fair enough.
Sitting there pondering the orb.
Which? Boom.
How could you beat up a little old lady? Because I'm an old man.
Ow.
Ow.
These jerks and they're all out attacks.
Sure.
Just
Stop it.
charge the health back up a little bit. Stop it. Cut it out. Haha.
Miss.
Miss.
They look,
Ah.
they look a little bit like the, what is it called, abductor virgins in Elden Ring?
Yeah.
That's what they made me think of a little bit. Like, obviously they're not the big Iron Maiden body or whatever, but like some of the head shape and the kind of lanky limb aspect of it.
Cat's Cradle.
Woohoo!
Don't need a total vanishing. All right.
You want to discard this item?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Please.
Get it out of here. All right. Cat's Cradle. Gonna be an immediate damage boost, but low SP gain. But fortunately, we have our Dragoon level maximized, so.
Right. Negligible issue.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to go up here and then down here to get to the shop.
Yeah. It's okay.
Tercero.
Tercero. Brother, there are no customers here. I'm not doubting your word, though. Don't worry. Oh, that's, okay, whatever. Don't worry. Believe me, there are always customers, even in this kind of place. Okay, I believe you, brother.
Brother!
Maybe they're like the 4 Carpenter brothers. You were right, brother. They are really customers. It's all due to the skills of my passionate merchant soul. You have to learn from this.
Oh, boy.
I sell weapons. And I sell items. We are peddlers. It must be fated that we would meet here. Why don't you take this chance to buy something? Let me think you in advance. Thank you.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Artisan. We already have a heavy mace. We already have Giganto armor and an energy girdle. The Giganto ring raises physical attack and defense.
That's nice.
It's kind of nice. It is 1,000. We are at the very least going to upgrade to the Partisan here.
Yeah. Good idea.
This is a nice accessory to have, so I'm going to burn a little money on it, I think.
Well, you're about to sell a bunch of stuff anyway, right?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and equip it on him just because it's the Giganto ring.
Right. Just like the dancing shoes went on Mario.
Yeah. All right. So we're not going to
probably sell. As I was saying, you probably sell one of your 700 pellets.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to sell these. Not going to sell any of the repeatable items. There are quite a few Spear of Frost. Let's get rid of a few of these. Yeah, 5 is fine. I have a lot of pellets.
You do.
Okay.
It's unfortunate they don't sell for as much as they, I feel like, should.
Yeah.
Segundo and Cuarto have a business somewhere else. If you find them, please buy something from them.
I already did, buddy. Hey, okay. Okay. Yeah, so we have 2 healing breezes, 3 healing fogs. We need a couple of these. How many of these do we have? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get 5. I don't care about that. Oh yeah, there's reduced risk of encounter. We do have an item now, the smoke ball, that allows us to escape from any minor encounter, so that's kind of nice. I'm gonna
probably a couple of healing breezes at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a few of these. Even though it's a little uneven, let's buy a couple of these. These are pretty much. I'm pretty sure you only buy these going forward. The healing fogs completely recover HP. So that still puts our inventory pretty high up. So I am actually going to get rid of a couple more of these attack items. Not many. I do want to keep a decent supply for Meru or Miranda to throw. I'm just going to go down to 4 maximum. Yeah, that helped a little bit. We'll mess with it more later if we need to.
Yeah. Please say hello to Segundo and Cuarto for me.
Sure, buddy. All right, we'll go back and get that item. We'll probably just bring it straight to them and sell it. It's an attack ball.
Right.
Ow.
Huh. Spring hitter.
Yup. Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator, yeah.
Missed.
Yeah.
Screwed that up bad.
It's okay.
Ow.
I forgive you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. That was like a frame drop. That was weird.
Oops.
Man, I'm doing bad this battle. All right.
It's okay.
Oh.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
Well, at least they died.
Whatever. Forward!
To the Stardust. After this item.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Oh boy. Do 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 do.
Orb!
No! Ow. This old lady just hit me with her giant orb. It's a crystal ball. That was cool.
Cradle. Yeah, Meru's editions get cooler the higher up you get. Perky Step is a very cool move, in my opinion. All right.
Hey guys, I forgot this.
Sell items. Get this attack ball out of my inventory. Thank you. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Goodbye. That's nice. Okay.
You know, I just realized it's a good thing we keep a bunch of extra swords since I left mine behind at the other place.
Yeah.
Dart, look at that huge battery. That's a battery?
Sure is.
Looks more like a giant cannon. There you go. Humans shot huge arrows from there, aiming at the Tower of Flanville. And back then, humans thought this way. That the arrow would not only shear the darkness that covers the earth, but also shear their corrupted hearts, which were accustomed to being ruled. Huh. Why are you suddenly starting to say this? I don't know. I still cannot tell. But if we meet the guy who claims he is Diaz, I think we can find out the reason. I'm speaking nonsense again. Let's keep going. A hero from history is waiting for us.
What?
Well, I'm assuming Emperor Diaz was lauded as a hero during the Dragon campaign, so...
Yep. Oh. Hi.
Shirley!
I've been waiting for you.
You are Shirley? Surely you are Shirley.
Why? Why are you here? You ascended to heaven, I thought. Before that, I had something I had to take care of here in Vellweb. I couldn't leave the trapped souls alone in this world. Are you talking about? Yes, the 4 souls of the Dragoons who lost their lives during the Dragon campaign. Their souls were drawn to Mayfield. The gate of the Inferno from which you can never return is requesting the souls of the Dragoons. The Death City of Mayfield? I thought it was destroyed. I don't know how, but it is true that the gate of the Inferno is open. Rose, I made their souls inert and anchored them in this place. But there is a limit to my power. After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again and lead their souls to heaven.
All right.
The souls of the Dragoons are wandering somewhere in the towers. But we have to take care of something else now. Let's go find Diaz.
Yep. So this is going to be a side quest we're going to need to do. It's a very important side quest. And once we can get that done, we'll get some very cool equipment. Oops.
Good.
Is very good, yes. Very good.
It's very good, yes.
Indeed, indeedingly. Yes, indeedingly.
Yep.
Punch. Once again, with a weird frame drop there. That was strange.
Oh, man.
I don't want to say it, so I'm not gonna. But the name Spring Hitter, like, because it showed up at a glance, I didn't quite read it correctly. So.
Yep, I understand. I'm getting really bad frame drops here. I'm shocked I even completed that.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something about this area, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah. I'm just gonna be missing additions in this area, probably. At least for now. I'll see what I can do about it.
Too much particle maelstrom.
Alright.
Alright.
Save. Alright, and we can...
Yep, so we go through the northern door to get to the... take the left, I think. And then go up the stairs here.
Pretty sure just right here.
Yeah. Several towers. This one's got... One of these has got a Stardust. There's a small hole in the middle of the relief. This must have come off from here.
Stardust.
Yep.
46. That's exactly how much we need.
Yep.
In this area. It's also the last Stardust of Disc 3, I believe.
Sure is. That leaves, what, 4 more?
Right.
That flourish at the end.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Ow. They hit so hard.
They do.
How about you and I fight? Old person to old person.
Get out of here.
I win.
Ow.
X-Hammer.
X-Hammer.
I don't know, nothing's quite as iconic as Volcano!
That's true. And yeah, this area here we will be coming back to.
Yes.
For now, we are going to move on. Save again. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that there's a side quest, I guess, involving the previous Dragoons. Because I would like to know more about them.
Indeed. Oops. That was all me. Yeah, there's a fair amount of info about the old Dragoons still to come, which is nice.
Yeah. You gotta learn more about the Moon Child, too, and the moon that never sets, and the Black Monster,
Indeed.
who is totally not Rose.
Come on.
Nice. Very well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
No.
Get some healing in. Kind of getting wrecked by these enemies. Not really wrecked too bad. They are attritioning me pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
It is nice to have a decent HP pool, because you just heal a good bit. Like, it's the same amount of guards to heal yourself to full. But when you've got a bigger pool, enemies can take out less of the percentage, so it still helps a good bit. Alright, that's a lot better.
Yep. So, anytime we meet Shirley, she can heal the party, by the way.
Yep.
So that'll be good.
Cat's Cradle.
Yep.
Missed it.
Cat's Cradle is an interesting word.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Why does a cat need a cradle? That's not... After you meet Diaz, please visit this place again. Lead their souls
to heaven.
Yep.
Alright. Yep. Healed up. Good. Ah, don't do that. Alright. Oh, I think... Yeah. Yeah, gotta head in here. I'm getting...
Yeah, when I think of Cat's Cradle, I think of like the string game you could play, you know? You have that string, you make the different shapes and stuff.
Yeah, indeed. I think that is what it's a reference to. Oh. So this door is apparently a dead end.
Oh. Interesting. Is that a harpy?
Looks like it, maybe. Let's see. Succubus.
Succubus. Of course. Apparently, it is also a satirical postmodern novel with science fiction elements.
Go figure.
Yeah. And a live music venue.
And a what?
A live music venue in North Carolina.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah. But no, the work was written in 1963 by Kurt Vonnegut. Exploring and satirizing issues of science, technology, and the purpose of religion and the arms race, often through the use of morbid humor.
Fascinating.
But the cover is also like the Cat's Cradle string game, like
Rose's
where
hairband.
it looks.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Avoids instant death. This is unique. This is usable only on her, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Oh, then you effectively have 3 talismans, but one is for Rose only.
Yep.
That's nice.
It's a good accessory for her. We haven't used Rose a huge amount on disc 3, but that will change. We will go back to her. I am a big fan of Rose, but it has been really good to level up everybody's additions.
Yeah, it's been nice to see some of these other addition stuff. Get some use out of these other party members, except for Miranda.
Yep. Exactly.
If you have played this game before and are a big Miranda / Shauna user, let us know.
I know one of you is.
One of our mutuals.
Yep. All right. Yeah, it is interesting. No, Dart and Meru have not moved beyond 32,000 DXP.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that is the maximum number for that particular stat. And a spirit
potion.
Last treasure here.
Nice.
And we're going to go through door 3.
Meet the Emperor.
Pay the piper, as it were.
Pie the Piper?
Shauna!
Shauna!
Whoa.
Wait, come back. Where are you going?
Huh?
Hello. Diaz, here are all 3 divine moon objects. There are no more obstacles to hinder our utopia. Release the girl. You fool. Shauna is the 4th moon object we need. Fine. It just yeets her into the abyss. Diaz. What are you going to do with the divine moon objects? Didn't you hear it from Lloyd? My only desire is the advent of the last species. If you are the true Diaz, you should know what that implies. Implies? Total destruction. What do you... Lloyd, well done bringing me the moon gem, moon dagger, and moon mirror. Now we can let the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, the last species we desire, the true Virage, arise. I will create the utopia you wanted after the Virage embryo purges the world. Everything so far was an overture to that. You've been played, Lloyd, you dumb fool. He showed you a false utopia from the beginning. You deceived me. My utopia exists in the future of this world. What I desire is the creation of the future, not the destruction of this world. I don't need you anymore. Backhand. Bye-bye. Arg. Well,
Bye-bye, Lloyd.
have a nice life. What's left of it.
Yep.
Diaz, what are you thinking? I can't reach you if the floor's not there.
I don't need to hide anymore.
All right.
You good, Shauna?
She's not having a good day.
It's been a while. Rose, Dart. Father?
What?
Oh, it cannot be!
Superb voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
So Zieg is Emperor Diaz is Dart's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really you, Dad?
You died with Melbu Frama on each other's swords.
Rose, what are you talking about? He died in Neat.
Now I can tell you everything. The beginning of the world was an absolute nothingness. Darkness. The creator Soa sowed a seed to the earth. This is the plan of Soa that created all species, the birth of the divine tree. Eventually, the fruit of the divine tree ripened and fell to the ground. To fill the world with life. Gigantos from the 97th fruit.
Ah, there you go. 97th.
Minentos from the 99th fruit. Have we run into those yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Dragons from the 105th fruit. Humans from the 106th fruit. Winglies from the magic power, with magic power from the 107th fruit. And at the end, the Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was to be born from the 108th fruit. Soa desired the destruction and regeneration of the world by the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. However, 11,000 years ago, Winglies found out the tragedy waiting for them, and sealed the 108th fruit by separating the flesh and soul. The flesh of the god, the flesh of the Virage embryo, was taken away from the Winglies as the moon that never sets, that glows in the sky. And the soul of the god was captured in the crystal sphere, and Melbu Frama kept it. Yes, to withdraw unlimited magic power from that and to conquer the other creatures. However, even with unlimited magic power, the domination was not eternal. Humans arose with dragoons in the front. Nothing was their match because they obtained the power of the dragon, and finally they drove Melbu Frama into a corner. I felt certain of something.
Something human, yeah.
Yep, and it was in the next moment that spell of petrification cast by Melbu captured me. I've waited for 11,000 years. Time, almost eternal, dissolved the spell of Melbu, and I was released from captivity. Do people just not age in this world? Like,
Well, he's spent 11,000 years petrified.
right, but how has Rose been alive for so long?
That's a very good question.
And, I don't know, as a petrified person, if you're aware, I don't know, there's some element of, like, brain decay. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a spell of sorts. Kept him in stasis.
Some kind of repose.
Mm-hmm.
Days spent with Rose became the eternal past. And I lived as the father of Dart in this age, until the tragic day in Neat, when you attacked. I cannot believe it. I am here, and that is a fact.
Then both Dad and Rose are the heroes of the Dragon campaign?
Yes, but that's not all. Humans made a mistake. Silly humans destroyed the crystal sphere, which was the container of the soul along with the royal capital Cadessa. Silly humans.
Silly humans.
The Virage embryo, the god of destruction, was exultant. It could now be born. The free soul released from the crystal sphere started to wander, in order to go back to the body left in the moon that never sets, to be born as the last god and to destroy the world. The soul without a body possesses a human body and heads for the moon that never sets, by repeating the transmigration every 108 years. You now know the soul of the god of destruction is the moon child, the truth of the moon child in the legend. Count 108 years, and when the moon that never sets glares in red, the moon child descends to the earth and shall give a holy blessing to the world. The holy blessing is the destruction of Nsoa's will. This is the fate that rules the future of the world. But there was one Dragoon who found out about it. In order to deter the birth of the god of destruction, she has had to kill the moon children by stopping her own time. She was even called a demon. That is the true self of Rose, the black monster. How do you stop time for yourself?
Good question.
Rose is the black monster?
You become the black monster.
Tell me it's not true. You betrayed me.
The moon child has to be killed, and the people around it too, before they become the servants of the god of destruction. Which is why I need to kill Shauna now.
Neat too?
For 11,000 years, there have been no exceptions.
God! Why you? Why do you have to be the black monster?
That's it.
What are you going to do?
Let me tell you one more truth. Rose, you thought the Princess Luvia you killed 18 years ago was the moon child. But it's not true.
So, on the ghost ship, when they were all pointing at Rose, that observation was correct.
Right.
Hmm?
Luvia had a twin sister. Oh. Okay. No! Shauna is the moon child. Shauna is the soul of the Virage embryo, the god of destruction. I'll dissolve this signet of the moon that never sets and cross it with the moon child. Now I have everything in my hands.
Release Shauna.
And are you going to kill her? To save the world? I'll kill her. Oh my gosh.
She tried.
This is the limitation of humans. Zeeg, why? That's an excellent question. All is the will of the creator Soa. My hands start the world, and my hands end the world. What? Yes, fate desires it.
Dad, wait. How do I get that cool red armor? Shauna!
Disc 4!
Yeah.
Moon and Fate.
Moon and Fate. I'm totally beaten. We came all this way and we cannot go back.
Yes, we did. Without any water either.
No need to return. The city of Wingley's, Rose said, is just over there.
What was it called? Ilara? I hope we can find out what we should do there.
I hope so too.
Don't talk to me.
Okay. Well, we have made it to Disc 4. We have made it to this new area, the Death Frontier.
What a name.
Yep. You got a save point here. we are going to get into it next time. I'm probably going to check some information to see when we're about to get more ultimate weapons, because Disc 4 is when we're going to reach the peak of our power as a party. Got a couple of master editions to learn, a few characters to finish up Dragoon leveling as necessary, and then, you know, getting some best in slot equipment. If you'll recall, we also have that super boss that we were in the room of. We're going to have to circle back to on Disc 4 once we are properly equipped to deal with him. So that'll be really fun. We are definitely going to be fighting that super boss. I am most of the way toward having the money I need to be equipped properly to fight him. So that'll be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, we found out Austin was right the whole time about who the Black Monster is in a shocking development. But also, you know, what the hell is Zeke doing? Dart's father, the Dragoon.
That was genuinely surprising.
Yep.
I was not prepared for that.
And why is he Diaz? What the hell?
Yeah, like, why is he 3 separate people?
Good question. Very good question.
Anyway, we will answer those questions and more
Soon.
at some point later.
Yep. At some point.
Yep. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us today. We do hope you've been having a blast. I know we have. Feel free to leave thoughts in the comments of anything up to this point in the story, which are quite some big bombshells. So let us know your thoughts. Outside of that, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your day, and we do hope it is an awesome one. See you all in the next episode.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye now.
Diddly diddly do 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 do. Thanks for watching.